In the year 2173, the Earth had become a technological utopia. Cities gleamed with advanced architecture, autonomous vehicles whizzed through the air, and humanity had finally conquered most of the diseases that had once plagued them. The planet was thriving, but there was an itch that humanity couldn't scratch: the question of what lay beyond the stars. One such inquisitive mind belonged to 17-year-old Elara Rhodes. Living in New Avalon, a city suspended above the clouds, Elara spent her nights gazing through her telescope, dreaming of distant galaxies and the mysteries they held. Her bedroom was filled with star charts, holographic models of the solar system, and books on astrophysics. Elara's parents, both renowned scientists, had instilled in her a deep curiosity and a love for exploration. Her father, Dr. Marcus Rhodes, was a leading figure in the field of quantum mechanics, while her mother, Dr. Celia Rhodes, was an expert in exobiology. Their combined knowledge made dinner conversations at the Rhodes household a thrilling exchange of theories and discoveries. One evening, as Elara was adjusting her telescope, she noticed a faint, irregular flicker in the night sky. It wasn't a star nor a satellite, but something entirely different. Her heart raced with excitement as she quickly recorded the coordinates and began a detailed observation. The object seemed to be emitting a strange, pulsing light, unlike anything she had seen before. Determined to learn more, Elara presented her findings to her parents. After scrutinizing the data, her father confirmed that the object was indeed an anomaly. It appeared to be a small, artificial structure hovering in the outer reaches of the solar system. This could be the discovery of a lifetime, Dr. Marcus Rhodes said, his eyes gleaming with excitement. If this object is indeed of extraterrestrial origin, it could change everything we know about the universe. Elara's mother, though cautious, was equally intrigued. We need to investigate this further. But we must be careful. We don't know what we're dealing with. The Rhodes family decided to keep the discovery a secret for the time being, fearing that the news might cause unnecessary panic or attract unwanted attention. Instead, they began working on a plan to send a probe to the object's location. Days turned into weeks as the family worked tirelessly in their home laboratory. Elara's parents managed to secure funding from the World Space Agency under the guise of a routine space exploration project. With their expertise and Elara's enthusiasm, they constructed a state-of-the-art probe equipped with advanced sensors and communication systems. The launch day finally arrived, and Elara watched with bated breath as the probe ascended into the sky, leaving behind a trail of blue flame. The mission was set to take several months, but the wait only fueled Elara's anticipation. During this time, Elara continued her studies, balancing her schoolwork with her passion for astronomy. She shared her excitement with her best friend Kian, who was equally fascinated by the cosmos. Kian was a tech genius, always tinkering with gadgets and dreaming of building his own spaceship one day. Together they formed a perfect team, with Elara's scientific knowledge and Kian's technical skills complementing each other. As the months passed, the probe sent back intermittent data, revealing more about the mysterious object. It was a small metallic structure, roughly the size of a house, and appeared to be in a state of disrepair. The readings indicated that the object had been adrift for centuries, if not millennia. Then, one day the probe transmitted a startling discovery. The object was not just a derelict structure, it was a vessel of some kind, and it appeared to contain a faint energy signature. Elara and her parents were stunned. This meant that there was a possibility, however remote, that the vessel still had some form of life support system active. "We need to know more," Elara insisted. "This could be the breakthrough we've been waiting for." Her parents agreed, and they decided to take a more direct approach. With the help of the World Space Agency, they arranged for a manned mission to investigate the vessel. Due to the potential risks, the mission would be conducted by a team of highly trained astronauts. However, Elara couldn't shake the feeling that she needed to be a part of this journey. She had discovered the object, and she felt a deep connection to it. Despite her parents' initial reservations, Elara convinced them to let her join the mission as a junior researcher. Her knowledge of the object and her passion for the project made her an invaluable asset to the team. After undergoing rigorous training, Elara was ready to embark on the greatest adventure of her life. The spacecraft, named the Nova Voyager, was a marvel of modern engineering. It was equipped with advanced propulsion systems, state-of-the-art laboratories, and living quarters designed for long-duration missions. The crew consisted of seasoned astronauts, scientists, and engineers, each an expert in their respective fields. As the Nova Voyager hurtled through space, Elara couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. She spent her days in the ship's observatory, gazing out at the stars and wondering what secrets the vessel held. Kian kept in touch through regular communications, his support and encouragement giving her strength. Finally, after weeks of travel, the Nova Voyager approached the mysterious object. The crew was in awe as they beheld the ancient vessel up close. It was a sleek, metallic craft with intricate designs etched into its surface. Despite its age, it had an otherworldly beauty that captivated everyone. As the crew prepared to board the vessel, Elara's heart pounded with anticipation. She donned her spacesuit and joined the team as they made their way through the airlock. The interior of the vessel was dimly lit, with an eerie, pulsating glow emanating from the walls. The air was thin but breathable, and the temperature was surprisingly mild. Exploring the vessel, the team discovered a series of chambers filled with strange artifacts and technology. Elara was particularly fascinated by a central control room that seemed to be the heart of the vessel. The walls were lined with consoles and displays, each flickering with symbols and data. As they delved deeper into the vessel, Elara and her team made a startling discovery. In one of the chambers, they found a cryogenic pod containing a humanoid figure. The being was tall and slender, with silvery skin and elongated features. It was clear that this was an extraterrestrial life form, preserved in a state of suspended animation. The crew worked quickly to analyze the pod and its occupant. They discovered that the being was in a state of deep hibernation, its vital signs faint but stable. The vessel's energy signature was linked to the pod, indicating that it was maintaining the life support system. Elara was mesmerized by the sight of the alien being. She felt a strange connection, as if she were standing on the brink of a monumental discovery that could change the course of human history. Her parents, monitoring the mission from Earth, were equally astounded. "We need to bring the pod back to Earth for further study, Doctor," Marcus Rhodes suggested. "This could be the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe." The crew carefully transported the pod to the Nova Voyager, securing it in the ship's laboratory. As they began their journey back to Earth, Elara couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. She often found herself glancing over her shoulder, sensing a presence just beyond her perception. One night, as Elara was studying the data from the vessel, she heard a faint whisper. She turned to see the alien being inside the pod, its eyes open and glowing with an ethereal light. The being's gaze was intense, and Elara felt a wave of emotions wash over her: curiosity, fear, and a profound sense of connection. Before she could react, the being's voice echoed in her mind. "Do not be afraid. I mean you no harm." Elara's heart raced as she struggled to comprehend what was happening. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice trembling. "I am Zyra," the being replied. "I come from a distant star system. My people sent me on a mission to explore the cosmos, but my vessel was damaged, and I was forced into hibernation to survive." Elara listened in awe as Zyra recounted the tale of her journey. She explained that her people, the Arconis, were a highly advanced civilization that had mastered interstellar travel. They sought to explore the universe and establish connections with other intelligent species. However, their mission had been cut short when their vessel was caught in a cosmic anomaly, leaving Zyra stranded in the outer reaches of the solar system. As Zyra spoke, Elara felt a deep sense of empathy for the alien being. She realized that they were not so different, both driven by a desire to explore and understand the universe. She promised to help Zyra find a way back to her people. Over the following days, Elara and Zyra communicated frequently, sharing knowledge and experiences. Zyra's insights into advanced technology and interstellar travel were invaluable, and Elara marveled at the possibilities that lay ahead. As the Nova Voyager approached Earth, the crew prepared for the delicate process of bringing Zyra and her pod to the World Space Agency's research facility. Elara's parents were waiting, eager to meet Zyra and learn from her. Upon their arrival, Zyra was carefully transferred to a secure laboratory where she could be revived and studied in a controlled environment. The scientific community was abuzz with excitement, and the news of the discovery quickly spread across the globe. Elara's life changed dramatically as she became the center of attention. She was hailed as a hero, and her discovery was celebrated as a milestone in human history. Despite the accolades, Elara remained focused on her mission to help Zyra return to her people. Working alongside her parents and a team of experts, Elara delved into the complexities of Zyra's technology. They discovered that the cosmic anomaly that had trapped Zyra's vessel was a rift in space-time, a phenomenon that could potentially be harnessed to create a stable wormhole. With Zyra's guidance, the team began to develop a plan to reopen the rift and send Zyra back to her star system. It was a daunting task, requiring precise calculations and advanced engineering. Elara's determination never wavered, and she threw herself into the project with unwavering dedication. Months passed, and the day of the wormhole experiment finally arrived. The world watched in anticipation as the team prepared to activate the rift. Elara stood by Zyra's side, feeling a mix of excitement and trepidation. "Are you ready?" Elara asked, her voice steady, despite the emotions swirling within her. Zyra nodded, her eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Elara. You have given me hope." As the team activated the rift, a shimmering portal appeared before them, pulsating with energy. The sight was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Zyra stepped forward, her gaze fixed on the portal. "Goodbye," Zyra said, her voice echoing with a sense of finality. "May our paths cross again in the stars." With that, Zyra entered the portal, and in a flash of light, she was gone. The rift closed, leaving the laboratory in a stunned silence. Elara felt a pang of sadness, but also a sense of accomplishment. She had helped Zyra return to her people, and in doing so, she had forged a bond that transcended the boundaries of space and time. The discovery of Zyra and her vessel had profound implications for humanity. It opened up new avenues of research and exploration, and it inspired a renewed sense of wonder and curiosity about the universe. Elara continued her studies, driven by the desire to uncover more of the cosmos's mysteries. Years later, as Elara stood on the observation deck of a newly constructed space station, she gazed out at the stars with a sense of fulfillment. She had dedicated her life to the pursuit of knowledge and exploration, and she knew that the journey was far from over. The universe was vast and filled with endless possibilities. And somewhere out there among the stars, Elara knew that Zyra and her people were continuing their own journey, exploring the cosmos and forging connections with other intelligent beings. As Elara turned to leave the observation deck, she felt a sense of peace. The stars had always been her guide, and she knew that no matter where her journey took her, she would always carry the memory of Zyra and their shared adventure in her heart. The cosmic paradox had brought them together, and it had opened the door to a future filled with infinite potential. And so, with the stars as her guide, Elara Rhodes embarked on the next chapter of her life, ready to face whatever challenges and discoveries awaited her in the vast expanse of the universe. The journey was far from over, and the possibilities were endless. Elara spent the following years deeply involved in the scientific community, her name becoming synonymous with the discovery of Zyra and the successful return of the alien to her home world. Her efforts had earned her numerous accolades and positions on prestigious research teams. But despite the recognition, she remained humble, driven by the same curiosity that had guided her since childhood. One day, while working in her laboratory on the space station Nexus, Elara received an urgent message from her parents. They had discovered unusual readings emanating from the region of space where they had first found Zyra's vessel. The data suggested another anomaly, similar to the one that had trapped Zyra. Intrigued, Elara immediately began preparations for a new mission. She gathered a team of experts, including Kian, who had become a leading engineer in space travel technology. Together, they worked tirelessly to build a new spacecraft, the Stellar Voyager, equipped with the latest advancements in propulsion and communication systems. As the Stellar Voyager launched into space, Elara couldn't help but feel a sense of déjà vu. The mission reminded her of the journey that had brought her to Zyra, and she wondered what new discoveries awaited them. The crew was composed of seasoned astronauts and scientists, all sharing Elara's passion for exploration. After weeks of travel, the Stellar Voyager approached the coordinates of the anomaly. The crew was on high alert as they scanned the region for any signs of the rift. To their astonishment, they discovered not one, but multiple anomalies, each emitting a unique energy signature. Elara's heart raced with excitement. "This could be a network of rifts," she said, her voice filled with wonder. "If we can understand how they function, we could open new pathways for interstellar travel." The crew carefully navigated the spacecraft closer to the anomalies, conducting detailed scans and collecting data. As they analyzed the information, they noticed a pattern in the energy signatures. It appeared that the rifts were interconnected, forming a complex web of space-time distortions. Kian, working at his console, suddenly exclaimed, "Elara, look at this. The energy signatures are fluctuating in a rhythmic pattern, almost like a signal." Elara leaned over to examine the data. "You're right. It's as if the rifts are communicating with each other." The discovery was groundbreaking. If the rifts were indeed transmitting signals, it could indicate the presence of an advanced intelligence controlling them. The implications were staggering, and Elara knew they needed to investigate further. As they continued their analysis, the crew detected a faint signal coming from one of the rifts. It was weak and garbled, but it had a distinct pattern. Elara worked with Kian to decode the signal, and after hours of painstaking effort, they managed to extract a coherent message. The message was in an alien language, but the patterns and symbols bore a striking resemblance to the ones they had seen on Zyra's vessel. With Zyra's help, Elara had developed a rudimentary understanding of the Arconis language, and she began to decipher the message. "It's a distress signal," Elara said, her voice tinged with urgency. "It's coming from another Arconis vessel. They're stranded and in need of assistance." The crew sprang into action, plotting a course to the rift from which the signal originated. As they approached, they could see a damaged spacecraft, similar in design to Zyra's vessel, caught in the space-time distortion. Elara's heart went out to the stranded crew. She knew they had to act quickly to rescue them. The Stellar Voyager deployed a series of drones to stabilize the rift and create a safe passage for the damaged vessel. It was a delicate operation, but with Kian's expertise and the crew's coordination, they managed to secure the vessel and tow it to safety. Once the vessel was brought aboard the Stellar Voyager, the crew began the process of reviving its occupants. There were 3 Arconis, each in a state of deep hibernation similar to Zyra's. Elara watched with bated breath as the medical team worked to awaken them. As the Arconis slowly regained consciousness, Elara introduced herself and explained their situation. The leader of the group, a tall and dignified figure named Lyra, expressed profound gratitude for their rescue. "We thought we were lost forever," Lyra said, her voice filled with relief. "Our mission was to explore the network of rifts, but our vessel was damaged by a cosmic storm. We've been drifting for what feels like an eternity." Elara and her team listened intently as Lyra recounted their journey. The Arconis had discovered the rift network during their explorations and believed it could be a gateway to other galaxies. However, their vessel had encountered unexpected turbulence, and they had been forced into hibernation to survive. With Lyra's help, Elara and her team learned more about the rifts and their potential. The Arconis had developed technology to stabilize and navigate the rifts, but they had been unable to complete their mission due to the storm. Determined to continue the Arconis' work, Elara proposed a collaboration. Together, they could unlock the secrets of the rifts and pave the way for intergalactic travel. Lyra agreed, and the 2 teams began working together to repair the damaged vessel and develop a plan to explore the rift network. As they delved deeper into their research, Elara and Lyra formed a close bond. They shared a passion for discovery and a vision of a future where different species could work together to explore the cosmos. The combined knowledge of the humans and Arconis led to rapid advancements, and soon they were ready to embark on their first joint mission. The Stellar Voyager and the repaired Arconis vessel, named the Ethereal Explorer, set out together to navigate the rift network. The journey was filled with challenges, but the 2 crews worked in harmony, overcoming each obstacle with determination and ingenuity. As they traversed the rifts, they discovered new star systems, each with its own unique wonders. They encountered planets with thriving ecosystems, ancient ruins of long-lost civilizations, and celestial phenomena that defied imagination. The journey was a testament to the power of collaboration and the boundless possibilities of the universe. One day, while exploring a particularly complex rift, the 2 vessels stumbled upon a massive structure hidden within the folds of space-time. It was a colossal space station, its design far more advanced than anything they had ever seen. Elara and Lyra led a team to investigate the station. As they approached, they were greeted by an AI entity, its voice resonating with a calm and soothing tone. "Welcome, explorers," the AI said. "You have discovered the Nexus, a hub for intergalactic travelers and a repository of knowledge from countless civilizations. How may I assist you?" Elara and Lyra exchanged amazed glances. The Nexus was a treasure trove of information, a beacon of hope for their mission. They spent days exploring the station, learning about the advanced technologies and the histories of the civilizations that had contributed to the Nexus. The AI entity, named Astra, became an invaluable guide, providing insights and answering their questions. With Astra's help, they developed new techniques for stabilizing and navigating the rifts, making intergalactic travel safer and more efficient. As their knowledge grew, Elara and Lyra realized that the Nexus held the key to uniting different species and fostering cooperation on a cosmic scale. They decided to establish a coalition of explorers dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge and the peaceful exploration of the universe. Word of their discovery spread, and soon representatives from various species arrived at the Nexus, eager to join the coalition. The station became a bustling hub of activity, filled with scientists, engineers, and diplomats working together to unlock the secrets of the cosmos. Elara felt a deep sense of fulfillment as she watched the coalition take shape. She had always dreamed of exploring the stars, and now she was part of a movement that was bringing the galaxy closer together. Her journey had taken her from a curious teenager in New Avalon to a leader in a grand mission that transcended boundaries and united species. Years passed, and the coalition flourished. The Nexus became a beacon of hope and collaboration, a symbol of what could be achieved when different species worked together. Elara continued her explorations, always driven by the desire to learn more and to push the boundaries of what was possible. One evening, as Elara stood on the observation deck of the Nexus, she gazed out at the stars, feeling a sense of peace and accomplishment. The journey had been long and filled with challenges, but it had also been a testament to the power of curiosity, determination, and the bonds that connected them all. The universe was vast and filled with endless possibilities, and as Elara Rhodes looked out at the infinite expanse, she knew that the journey was far from over. There were still mysteries to uncover, new worlds to explore, and countless adventures awaiting them. With the stars as her guide and the coalition by her side, Elara embraced the future with open arms, ready to face whatever challenges and discoveries lay ahead. The cosmic paradox had brought them together, and it had opened the door to a future filled with infinite potential. And so, with the universe as her canvas, Elara Rhodes continued her journey, knowing that the possibilities were truly endless. The stars beckoned, and she was ready to answer their call, exploring the vast expanse of the cosmos and uncovering the secrets that lay beyond the stars. The adventure was just beginning, and Elara was ready to embrace it with all her heart. Elara's explorations with the coalition led her to new frontiers, where she encountered civilizations and phenomena that defied human comprehension. Each mission expanded her understanding of the universe, but it also revealed how much more there was to learn. The thirst for knowledge kept her pushing the boundaries, but a sense of responsibility began to grow within her. During one of their expeditions, the coalition received a distress signal from a distant star system. The message was faint and garbled, but the urgency was unmistakable. Elara and her team, now seasoned explorers, prepared to investigate. They boarded the stellar Voyager and plotted a course towards the source of the signal. The journey took them to the fringes of known space, where they discovered a planet in turmoil. The world, named Ardentia, was in the throes of a catastrophic event. Volcanic eruptions, violent storms, and massive tectonic shifts had turned the once thriving planet into a wasteland. The coalition's sensors detected faint signs of life amidst the chaos. Elara's heart ached for the inhabitants of Ardentia. She knew they had to act quickly to provide aid and evacuate the survivors. As the stellar Voyager descended through the turbulent atmosphere, the crew prepared for a challenging rescue mission. On the surface, the scene was one of utter devastation. Buildings lay in ruins, and the air was thick with ash and smoke. The coalition team, equipped with advanced suits and technology, navigated the hazardous terrain in search of survivors. They found small groups of Ardentians, huddled together and struggling to survive in the hostile environment. Elara took charge, coordinating the rescue efforts with precision and compassion. The coalition's medical teams treated the injured, while the engineers worked to stabilize the shelters. As the evacuation progressed, Elara met the leader of the Ardentians, a wise elder named Kian. Kian expressed deep gratitude for the coalition's assistance. "We had lost hope," he said, his voice trembling with emotion. "You are a beacon of light in our darkest hour." Elara felt a surge of determination. "We won't abandon you," she assured him. "We will do everything in our power to save your people." As the rescue efforts continued, the coalition encountered a new challenge. The planet's instability was worsening, and they needed to act swiftly to prevent further loss of life. Elara and Kian worked together to devise a plan to evacuate the remaining population and relocate them to a nearby habitable moon. The operation was complex and fraught with danger. The coalition ships ferried the Ardentians to safety, while Elara and her team remained on the surface to oversee the final stages of the evacuation. Despite the risks, Elara refused to leave until every last survivor was rescued. In the midst of the chaos, Elara discovered a hidden chamber deep within the ruins of an ancient temple. Inside, she found a series of intricate carvings and artifacts that depicted the history of Ardentia. The carvings revealed that the planet had once been home to a highly advanced civilization capable of harnessing the planet's geothermal energy. Elara realized that the catastrophic events were not natural but the result of a malfunction in the ancient geothermal network. She shared her findings with Kian, who quickly began to analyze the data. Together, they formulated a plan to shut down the malfunctioning system and stabilize the planet. With time running out, Elara and Kian led a team to the heart of the geothermal network. They navigated through treacherous tunnels and bypassed complex security systems to reach the central control chamber. As they worked to deactivate the system, the ground trembled beneath their feet, and the temperature soared. Kian's hands moved swiftly over the controls, guided by Elara's instructions. "We need to synchronize the shutdown sequence," he said, his voice steady despite the pressure. Elara nodded, her mind focused on the task at hand. "We're almost there," she replied, entering the final commands. Just a few more adjustments. With the final keystroke, the system powered down, and the ground gradually stopped shaking. The temperature began to drop, and the violent eruptions subsided. The team breathed a collective sigh of relief as the planet stabilized. Elara and Kian returned to the surface, where they were greeted by the grateful Ardentians. Kian embraced Elara, his eyes filled with tears of gratitude. "You have saved us," he said. "We will never forget your kindness and bravery." The evacuation continued smoothly, and the Ardentians were relocated to the nearby moon. The coalition established a temporary settlement, providing the resources and support needed to rebuild their society. Elara and her team remained on the moon, assisting with the transition and ensuring that the Ardentians had everything they needed. During this time, Elara formed deep bonds with the Ardentian people. She learned about their culture, their history, and their dreams for the future. The experience left a profound impact on her, reinforcing her belief in the importance of compassion and cooperation. As the Ardentians began to rebuild, Elara received a message from Astra, the AI at the Nexus. "Elara, we have detected a new anomaly in a distant star system. It appears to be a powerful energy source, unlike anything we've encountered before." Elara's curiosity was piqued. "Thank you, Astra. We'll investigate as soon as we're able." Before leaving, Elara addressed the Ardentians, her voice filled with sincerity. "Your resilience and strength have inspired us all. The coalition will continue to support you as you rebuild. Remember, you are not alone." Kian smiled warmly. "Thank you, Elara. You have given us hope for a brighter future." With a renewed sense of purpose, Elara and her team prepared to embark on their next mission. The universe was vast and there were still countless mysteries to uncover. As the stellar voyagers set course for the new anomaly, Elara felt a deep sense of excitement and anticipation. The journey took them to a remote star system, where they discovered a massive structure orbiting a pulsar. The energy readings were off the charts, and the structure appeared to be harnessing the pulsar's energy in a way that defied known physics. Elara and her team docked with the structure, eager to explore its secrets. Inside, they found advanced technology and intricate designs, indicating that the builders were far more advanced than any civilization they had encountered. As they delved deeper, they encountered a group of beings who introduced themselves as the Luminaris. The Luminaris were an ancient and highly advanced race, dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge and the preservation of the universe. The Luminaris welcomed the coalition with open arms, sharing their vast repository of knowledge and technology. They explained that the structure, known as the Nexus Beacon, was part of a network designed to stabilize the fabric of space-time and prevent cosmic anomalies from causing widespread destruction. Elara was fascinated by the Luminaris technology and their mission. She spent countless hours in discussion with their scholars, learning about their advanced understanding of the universe and their efforts to protect it. One of the Luminaris scholars, a wise and enigmatic figure named Orion, took a particular interest in Elara. He saw in her a kindred spirit, driven by a desire to explore and understand the cosmos. "Elara, your journey has brought you far, and yet there is still so much to discover," Orion said, his voice resonating with wisdom. "The Nexus beacon is but one piece of a greater puzzle. There are other beacons, each holding the key to unlocking the true nature of the universe." Elara listened intently, her mind racing with possibilities. "How can we find these beacons?" she asked. Orion smiled. "The beacons are hidden throughout the galaxy, each protected by ancient guardians and intricate puzzles. It will require courage, intelligence, and cooperation to unlock their secrets." Elara felt a surge of excitement. The quest to uncover the beacons was a challenge unlike any she had faced before. It was an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to contribute to the preservation of the universe. With the support of the Luminaris and the Coalition, Elara embarked on a new mission to locate and activate the beacons. The journey was filled with trials and tribulations, but also moments of awe and wonder. They traveled to distant star systems, encountered strange and wondrous beings, and solved complex puzzles that tested their limits. Each beacon they activated revealed new insights into the nature of the universe and the interconnectedness of all life. Throughout the journey, Elara's bond with her team grew stronger. Kian's ingenuity and technical prowess were invaluable, while Lyra's wisdom and experience provided guidance. Together, they formed a cohesive and determined unit, united by a common goal. As they approached the final beacon, located in the heart of a supermassive black hole, Elara felt a mix of anticipation and trepidation. The challenge ahead was daunting, but the potential rewards were beyond imagination. The Coalition devised a plan to navigate the treacherous environment of the black hole and reach the beacon. It required precise calculations, flawless execution, and unwavering courage. Elara took the lead, her determination unwavering. The journey to the beacon was harrowing, with the gravitational forces threatening to tear their ship apart. But the Coalition's advanced technology and the combined skills of the team saw them through. They reached the beacon, a massive structure pulsing with energy at the event horizon. As Elara and her team activated the final beacon, a wave of energy rippled through the universe. The beacon synchronized, creating a network that stabilized the fabric of space-time and prevented cosmic anomalies from wreaking havoc. The Coalition watched in awe as the universe responded to the activation of the beacons. The once chaotic regions of space became calm and harmonious, and the threat of cosmic disruptions was neutralized. Elara felt a profound sense of accomplishment. The journey had been long and arduous, but they had achieved something extraordinary. They had safeguarded the universe and unlocked a new era of exploration and understanding. Returning to the Nexus, Elara and her team were hailed as heroes. The Coalition celebrated their success, and the Luminaris honored them with a grand ceremony. Orion spoke, his voice filled with pride and admiration. "Elara Rhodes and her team have shown us the true power of collaboration and the boundless potential of the human spirit," he said. "Their journey has united us all and opened the door to a future filled with endless possibilities." As the celebrations continued, Elara reflected on the journey and the incredible discoveries they had made. The universe was vast and filled with mysteries, but she knew that with determination, curiosity, and cooperation, they could overcome any challenge. The stars beckoned, and Elara was ready to continue her journey. With the Coalition by her side and the knowledge of the Luminaris guiding them, she embraced the future with open arms. The adventure was far from over, and the possibilities were truly infinite. And so, with the universe as her canvas, Elara Rhodes embarked on the next chapter of her life, ready to face whatever challenges and discoveries awaited her in the vast expanse of the cosmos. The journey was just beginning, and Elara was ready to embrace it with all her heart, knowing that the possibilities were endless and the future was bright. As Elara Rhodes looked out from the observation deck of the Nexus, the vastness of space stretched before her. The stars shimmered with the promise of untold wonders and mysteries yet to be uncovered. The Coalition had achieved incredible feats, but Elara knew their journey was far from over. With renewed purpose, she gathered her team for the next phase of their exploration. Months passed as they ventured into uncharted territories, charting new star systems, and forming alliances with various civilizations. Each encounter broadened their understanding and deepened their commitment to unity and knowledge. Yet, amid their achievements, a new challenge emerged, a cosmic entity of immense power and unknown origin, one that threatened the very fabric of the universe they had fought so hard to stabilize. The entity, known only as the Void Wraith, was a force of entropy, devouring stars and planets, leaving nothing but darkness in its wake. Reports of its destruction spread like wildfire, and fear gripped the galaxy. The Coalition convened an emergency meeting to discuss their response. Leaders from allied civilizations gathered at the Nexus, their expressions grim. Elara stood before them, her resolve unwavering. We have faced many challenges and emerged stronger each time. The Void Wraith is unlike anything we've encountered, but we will find a way to stop it. Together, we are capable of extraordinary things. Orion, the Luminara scholar, stepped forward. The Void Wraith is a being of pure entropy, an anomaly that defies natural laws. But within the Nexus, we have the combined knowledge of countless civilizations. If we pool our resources and expertise, we can develop a strategy to counter it. The Coalition sprang into action, scientists, engineers, and strategists working around the clock to devise a plan. They constructed a powerful vessel, the Eclipse Vanguard, equipped with cutting-edge technology and weaponry designed to combat the Void Wraith. Elara was chosen to lead the mission, her leadership and bravery having inspired countless others. As the Eclipse Vanguard launched into the abyss of space, Elara's mind was focused on the task ahead. The fate of the galaxy rested on their shoulders, and failure was not an option. The journey to confront the Void Wraith was long and perilous, but the crew's determination never wavered. Finally, they reached the epicenter of the Void Wraith's destruction. The entity was a massive, swirling vortex of darkness, its presence suffocating the light of nearby stars. Elara felt a chill run down her spine, but steeled herself for the battle to come. "Activate the resonance shields," Elara commanded, her voice steady. "Prepare the quantum stabilizers. We need to contain it before we can attempt to neutralize it." The Eclipse Vanguard's shields flared to life, creating a barrier that slowed the Void Wraith's advance. The crew worked tirelessly, calibrating the stabilizers to disrupt the entity's entropy field. The Void Wraith reacted violently, its tendrils lashing out at the ship. Elara remained calm, guiding her team with precision. "Hold steady. We need to maintain the resonance field. Focus on the stabilizers." As the battle raged on, Kian's voice crackled over the comms. "Elara, we've detected a core within the Void Wraith. If we can target it with the harmonic disruptor, we might be able to destabilize it." "Do it," Elara ordered. All power to the disruptor. The Eclipse Vanguard's disruptor hummed with energy, firing a focused beam at the Void Wraith's core. The entity writhed and convulsed, its form fracturing under the onslaught. The crew watched in awe as the Void Wraith's dark mass began to disintegrate, its entropy field collapsing. But the victory was not without cost. The strain on the Eclipse Vanguard systems was immense, and critical components began to fail. Elara knew they had only moments before the ship was torn apart. "Kian, we need to retreat. Set a course for the nearest safe zone," Elara ordered, her voice filled with urgency. The ship's engines roared to life, propelling them away from the collapsing entity. As they sped through space, the Void Wraith's remnants dissipated, the stars shining brightly once more. The crew of the Eclipse Vanguard breathed a collective sigh of relief. They had faced the Void Wraith and emerged victorious, saving the galaxy from imminent destruction. Elara's heart swelled with pride and gratitude for her team's bravery and resilience. Returning to the Nexus, they were greeted as heroes. The Coalition celebrated their victory, but Elara knew their work was far from over. The universe was a vast and unpredictable place, filled with both wonder and danger. In the following years, the Coalition continued to explore and expand, forging new alliances and uncovering the secrets of the cosmos. Elara remained at the forefront, her passion for discovery undiminished. She knew that the journey was eternal, and there were always new horizons to chase. One day, as Elara stood on the observation deck, gazing at the stars that had always called to her, she felt a profound sense of peace. The galaxy was safe, and the spirit of exploration and unity burned brighter than ever. And so, with the universe as her canvas and the stars as her guide, Elara Rhodes continued her journey, knowing that the possibilities were endless and the future was bright. The adventure was far from over, and Elara was ready to embrace it with all her heart. forever driven by the desire to explore, understand and protect the cosmos she loved so dearly. The stars beckoned, and Elara answered their call, embarking on the next great chapter of her extraordinary life.